Hi everybody, this is Spring Whipple, your coach and friend when needed. I wanted to do a video based off of a conversation that I had the other day, and it's a difficult conversation. The video was a difficult one to do. I did struggle with it, but I think that a lot of people can find value in this video for information that's going to be shared. So, when is it time to quit? When do you pull the plug on a friendship, on a relationship, on maybe, a spouse, a child, a parent? When is it right for that? Or even maybe even a job. When is it time to quit the job? Right? So first thing that you need to look at, I believe that there's a couple things, so we'll go through. The first thing that I am very adamant about, without exception, is if there's abuse. So abuse comes in a variety of forms. I'm sure you're aware of that. Physical abuse is extremely dangerous. Obviously, you can die from that. Mental abuse is also very dangerous. I haven't looked to see about studies about people who, as far as you potentially you could die from that as well, because you could be put into a place of suicidal thoughts and things like that. Mental breakdowns can cause havoc on somebody. So, the mental abuse, emotional abuse, things like that. If there's any sort of abuse in a relationship, that's it. That it's a deal breaker. And you need to get out, not, I'm going to wait a year, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. You need to get out, as soon as you can. Plan, get out. If it's physical abuse, then there's resources in your area for domestic abuse situations. Call them and let them know your situation. They will help you. And I know it takes strength. I know it is so difficult. It is so hard. There's so many things that are going on in your brain that, if there's mental abuse that's happening too, you're probably not thinking that you can do it. But you know what? You can. You can do it. And these people are out there, they're trained, and they're going to help you do it. So make sure that you contact your local domestic abuse center and at least give them a talk. Give them a chance to talk to you, tell them what's happening, and they can provide you with resources. Okay, so do that. And again, that's abuse, any kind of abuse. Physical, mental, emotional. Get out. Get out. There's no giving me one more chance. That's crap. It's crap. Excuse me for being blunt, but it's crap. You're worth so much more than that. The second thing that I think that needs to be looked at too is if you have failed discussions. So you've already talked to the person, whether it's a manager or a significant other or a friend or a child, again, and you've told them, I don't, these are my boundaries. These are my boundaries. These are what I need. These are what I need from you. And this is what is missing from our relationship. And if you've expressed that and they're aware of it and they still have total disregard for what you need, then that's your out. That is your out right there. Just because you've already expressed it. You've already expressed it. So, that's okay, we've tried. It's, I've told you what I need. You know what, I know what you need, you know what I need, and, somebody's not pulling their weight. And so you either get therapy, which is excellent. Find a great therapist. Sometimes you might have to go to a couple to find one that you really trust and everything, but go to a therapist. That could be helpful in getting those kind of things worked out. If a person is lying to you all the time, I mean, you're not going to change them. You're not going to be their beacon of honesty. It's it's not going to happen. If they're a liar, they're a liar, and you know, you just can't trust them. There's no trust when somebody's constantly lying to you, because you're always questioning, is it true or are they lying? You ask them to do something, they've told you they've done it, and then you find out they didn't do it. You know, it's just one of those things where after time after time after time, you've got to just say, you know what, I can't trust you because you're lying to me. So how do I know when you're telling me the truth? Another thing is repeated neglect. This one, sometimes it's hard to identify, I think, because maybe, you know, you're just not getting what you need. You're just not getting what you need. If somebody is unable to take care of you when you need them to take care of you, if they have total disregard for your feelings, your emotions, your pain, that's a time to say it's done. It's done. If we're talking about a job and you've gone to them and you've told them, hey, you know, I need help with this, or, you know, this isn't working, things like that, and they're very dismissive for what your needs are, that's done. Another thing is if they ask you to do something that is against your morals or values, that's a boundary breaker. It's huge. It's huge. And for somebody to come to you and say, hey, I know that this is against your morals, your values, your ethics, but can you do this for me? If you don't do this for me, you obviously don't care about us. No, obviously that person doesn't care about you. That person doesn't care about you. So that's another time where it's okay just to say, you know what, this is a relationship that's not for me. Okay, so those are a couple things that should be good indicators for when to sever the cord, if you will. One more thing too is if they never show appreciation. So if you're always doing things for somebody and they can't say thank you, or they can't reciprocate, or, you know, they just can't show gratitude for what you're doing. Again, it could be an employer or, you know, what have you, where you're putting a lot of time in, a lot of effort in, you're doing really hard, and they can't do like an appreciation event or something like that all they do is just say, I want you to work all the time, and it's causing you like stress and anxiety. That's a good indicator to just quit that. You know, in relationships, same thing. If you're doing something for somebody all the time and they're just taking, and not doing things to show that they appreciate you, or even just saying thank you, you know, thank you, I noticed that you did this, or, you know, I appreciate you doing this for me. You know, a hug. I'm a big hugger. I'm like a huge hugger. I know some people aren't, and so like I try to be respectful of that, where, you know, I will ask them, I'll be like, you know, I'm a hugger, can I hug you? But yeah, thanking people, if they can't be appreciative of what you're giving them, and it's like an ongoing thing, then, you know, eventually it's the time to be like, this is somebody who's just taking. Okay, and there might be some, I mean, obviously that's a scale kind of thing. Is that like the first time, you know, you know, open a door for somebody and they don't say thank you, you're like, that's it. You know, but just, you know your boundaries, and I hope that you have found some value in this video. If you have, please, you know, state your comments below, and I will try to respond to all the comments here. And you can share the video, you know, with your friends or what have you. If you're watching from the YouTube channel, you can subscribe and you can like the video just to show that you like this kind of content. From the website, just share the website page, and on the Facebook page, you can share that too. Okay, share the love, share the information, because together we can do a lot of great things. All right, I hope again that this video has served you in some moving kind of way, and until next time, make your day a great one. Bye bye.